All right, we are diving into a story that is just almost unbelievably epic. It's a tale of a mortal man who literally walked with God, became king of the entire world, learned the secrets of the universe, and then was chosen to pass judgment on fallen angels. Let's get into the incredible journey of Enoch, the scribe of judgment. So this is the climax. This is the big one, a prophecy that absolutely rocks the foundations of heaven and earth. And it's delivered by a man who was shown the end of days. But to really get why this is such a big deal, we've got to go back, way back. See, before all that, before the prophecies, before the crown, before he was judging angels, Enoch was just a guy who looked at a corrupt world and said, nope, and decided to walk with God instead, in total seclusion. Yeah, our story doesn't kick off with some big, flashy call to action. It starts quietly. It starts with a family, trying to keep the light on in a world that was getting pretty dark. So in the line of Seth, the good guys, right? Enoch builds a life. He marries a wise woman named Edna, and they have a son, Methuselah. And while the world outside is just going nuts with chaos and violence, he's doing his own thing, living this quiet, devoted life, totally separate from all the junk going on. But you know that kind of peace can't last, right? That quiet life was about to get shattered. A divine mission was coming for Enoch, and it was about to throw him right into the spotlight. So first, an angel calls out, not in a whisper, but from heaven itself, tells Enoch, time to leave. Go teach people the right way to live. And he does. He goes out there, and the wisdom he shares is just so powerful, so real, that people can't get enough of it. Crowds start following him, listening to every word. And then they do something crazy. Get this. 130 kings and princes, 130. They literally bow down to him and say, please be our king, lead us. And for the next 243 years, the entire planet is at peace because of this one guy. But even being king of the world, that was just the warm-up act. You heard me. Being king of the world, that was just the prelude. His real training was about to start. And his teachers weren't going to be men. They were going to be angels. Okay, so check out this cosmic education he gets. He becomes the very first human to learn how to write. Think about that. That's a game changer for all of mankind. Then, angels teach him how to be a scribe for heaven itself, charting the stars, the seasons, the whole cosmic order. He's shown the future, not just bits and pieces, but all the way to the final day of judgment. And he does this for 6 jubilees. A jubilee is 50 years, so we're talking 300 years of learning everything about earth and heaven. And why? Why all this intense training, this cosmic knowledge? It was all leading to one single, terrifying mission: to confront a group of rogue angels, the ones we call the Watchers. I mean, just try to wrap your head around this mission. A mortal man, a human, is told, go find these incredibly powerful beings who rebelled in heaven, and you are going to deliver their final sentence. It's insane. And the Watchers, they are absolutely terrified. They come crawling to Enoch, the guy who's there to condemn them, and they beg him, please, write a petition for us, ask for mercy. But it is way, way too late for that. The decree from heaven is final. Judgment has been passed. Their story is over. And to show Enoch just where this authority comes from, he's given a vision. He's literally pulled out of our reality and brought into the throne room of God. And what he sees, it's just beyond words. A house made of crystal, surrounded by tongues of pure fire. A throne that shines brighter than the sun. And sitting on it, the great glory, wearing a robe made of light so brilliant, even the angels can't look. And from under the throne, rivers of fire. Just, wow, no mortal could survive being there. And it's in this vision that Enoch gets the download on one of the biggest mysteries. The Watchers, these spirits, came down and had kids with human women. Their children were the giants, the Nephilim. Well, when those giants died, their spirits didn't just disappear. Nope, they got stuck here, bound to the earth. And they became the evil spirits, the demons, whose whole purpose is to cause chaos and pain until the very end. So now, armed with this terrifying truth, this absolute authority straight from the throne, Enoch goes back to the Watchers and delivers the final word. There's no more debate, no more petitions, just one simple, bone-chilling truth. You have no peace.
So, after all that, after judging angels and seeing the throne of God, where do you even go from there? Well, the story takes a turn. It goes from this massive cosmic scale right back down to something deeply personal.
Seriously, how does a story like that end? With another huge battle? Some kind of big bang? It's actually much quieter than you'd think. It turns out the whole point of Enoch's wild ride, seeing the visions, getting all that wisdom, it was all so that it could be written down. Remember, he was the first scribe. He was creating a way to lock down the truth, to preserve it so it could be passed down from father to son, generation to generation. And that's exactly what he does. Enoch tells his son, Methuselah, everything, all of it. The visions, the judgment, the secrets of the cosmos. And the righteous family line continues. Methuselah gets married, has a son named Lamech. The testimony, the story, is safe. It's preserved for a future that's going to need it badly. And that just leaves us with one last thing to think about. What's the real price of that kind of wisdom? I mean, you get to see the secrets of the universe, walk with angels, see God's throne. But you also have to carry the weight of that judgment. You have to see how it all ends. So what is the price of divine wisdom? Something to think about.